What's up, everybody? Back for another beer review, and today I will be reviewing a beer from the Lagunitas Brewing Company, and they're out of both Petaluma, California and Chicago, Illinois. And this is the Waldos Special Ale, the 2019 release in their one-hitter series. So this is a triple IPA that comes in at 11.7% alcohol by volume, and they say 100 plus IBUs. And at the time of review, this bottle is just over 2 weeks old. So I've had this beer before, full disclosure, but I had the 2016 release of this one. I have not had the last two releases, so I really don't remember exactly what I thought about this, and this is where Untappd comes into play, because on Untappd I gave this a 3.75 out of 5, and I said, yeah, super dank and whatnot, and it was pretty tasty. But aside from that, yeah, I really don't know too much about this one other than it's in celebration of the origins of 420. Now, I've seen a lot of people review this one recently. I've also seen a lot of people on tap checking in. Some people are saying that this is as delicious as ever. Some people saying that, you know, the last couple releases were better. My buddy Sadiq says this isn't as flavorful as last year's offering. And then there's a couple other people that are like, this is awesome. So I don't know. I'm going to go into it with really no expectations other than I know this is supposed to be a huge dank beer, you know, reminiscent of weed, and you know, just that's what it's all about. But it is 11.7% at triple IPA, so I don't know. I don't know what to think about this one other than, you know, I don't go into reviews with preconceived notions, but I will just say huge, crazy dank beers aren't my favorite, but some of them are delicious. So we'll see. Anyway, let's give it a crack open. Oh wait, I already cracked it open. Let's give it a pour. All right, so we have a very orange golden color beer here, pretty much filtered, about a finger of a light tan, very light tan. You could call it off-white, but I'm going to say light tan. Head, yeah, it looks like a huge triple, old school triple, like West Coast IPA. Let's get a nose on it. Yeah, that's crazy dank. Jesus Christ. So this is super fresh. This is just over, like, this is like 16, 17 days old, so it's very pungent. So tons of dank, you know, marijuana-like characteristics of this one on the nose, herbaceous. But then there's this underlying, like, malt sweetness. And I don't even want to say underlying, because definitely a big malt sweetness. There's caramel, big bready notes to it, almost like a honey malt sweetness in here. There's also some, like, resinous, basically pine character. This has old school vibes to it. Yeah, resinous pine, huge dank character. Maybe even like a touch of like a zesty grapefruit, zesty orange too. It has a nice balance between the sweetness and the dank component. There isn't a lot of like juicy, crazy fruits on here. This kind of, you know, reminds me of an old school West Coast double IPA, triple IPA, because you're getting that, you know, basically resinous pine character, zesty grapefruit, a big dankness. But because it is a triple IPA, you're also getting those huge malt characters too. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. First thing I will say, you can definitely tell this is a bigger IPA. Would I say this is almost 12%? No, I'd probably guess like in the 10 range. There definitely is on the palate. There's a definite booziness, a little bit of the alcohol vapors, so to speak. But the taste kind of follows suit from the nose. I mean, there's a huge dank component to this one. That's what this beer is all about. That's what they're going for, and it's unmistakable. I mean, it you know, has a marijuana vibe. You can say it's huge dank, almost like slight onion, garlicky things. Only slight, not huge, just slight. But there's a huge malt sweetness to this one. Tons of like sweeter, like white bread, but caramel, that honey malt I was talking about. I doubt they use honey malt in here, but I'm just getting like a honey vibe to it. So let's not say honey malt, let's just say honey in general. The body on this is like straight up medium full body. It's a bigger beer, and you can tell based on the body. It's not straight on full body, but 11.7%, I'm fine with it. The mouthfeel itself, crisp. Effervescent. There is carbonation here. There is a soft, smooth component to this one, but it drinks like a West Coast style, you know, hop forward beer of some kind as far as the mouthfeel is concerned. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what I expected it to be. I will say this, I'm enjoying this more than I remember. I gave the 2016 a 3.75. I don't know what it is about my palate lately, but I love New England style IPAs. I love all the haze craze and all that stuff, but I'm finding myself wanting more bitterness, wanting more than just straight on juicy, fruity components to beers. So when I get something like this, I appreciate it more. My palate appreciates it more. So this finishes actually with another, again, what I can say about this beer for me is it's quite balanced. There is a huge dank character here. I cannot say there isn't, but like that dank character is kind of balanced out by the malt sweetness. There's a little bit of like zesty grapefruit and orange. There's a little bit of that resinous pine, not as big on the taste. And as it finishes, you would think 11.7%, probably going to be a big, sweet, boozy mess. And it really doesn't. Has a semi-dry finish. If it's like moderately bitter as well. And there's a slight lingering dankness on the back of the palate as well. I don't know. I'm really enjoying this. I don't think it's anything for me that blows my mind. But again, that's my personal preference. So the Waldos Special Ale from Lagunitas, the 2019 version of it, I'm going to give it a high 4 out of 5, almost approaching 4.25. I'll say we'll go actually straight on 4.2. So we'll say, I'm going to actually give this a low 4.25 out of 5. I'm going to go 4.2 out of 5. I think this is well made. I think what they went for, they pretty much hit the nail on the head stylistically. If their description or what they're going for, this is probably like a 4.75 out of 5, 5 out of 5. I will say this, Sadiq, he said that this isn't as flavorful as prior years, and I can see that. This is not bursting, for me personally, with like just crazy amounts of flavor. But everything is well integrated. Everything is, dare I say, cohesive. Shout out to Paul. It's just one of these beers where I think the balance is there. No one character is bigger than the rest. I will say if one character does stand out, it's obviously the dank component of this one. But aside from that, like this drinks extremely well. It's 11.7%. I can't tell it's exactly 11.7. I'd guess 10. Doesn't finish too sweet or too dry or too bitter. I just think it's a really balanced beer. And again, this is a super fresh bottle, just over 2 weeks old. So yeah, I don't know. I'm enjoying this one. So we're going to give, again, the Waldos Special Ale from Lagunitas, a low 4.25. I'm going to go 4.25 out of 5. I think it's a damn good beer. If you've had this one before, whether it's this year's version or prior versions, let me know what you think about it. I've watched a lot of reviews already on YouTube, and I've also seen a lot of people on Tap check it in. I know that a lot of my friends dig this one, and I'm digging it too. So appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review. Until the next one, cheers.